Hey everybody, we're back for Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. I'm Teresa Kogut.
And I'm Kristen Alexander. How are you, everybody?
It's been forever.
I know it.
Someone's already on. Hello, Mega Stitches.
Who's
I
on?
love it.
I need
Mega Stitches. She's on YouTube. So it'll take us a minute to get everything pulled up here.
Yeah.
How are you, Mega Stitches? I don't know your real name. Is that your name, like your YouTube and your Instagram name? That's so hard for me to remember people's real names.
From Instagram, right? Or, I mean, from YouTube, right?
Yeah, she's on YouTube. Let's see. So
yes, it's been forever, especially for me.
We're so glad you're back.
It's good to be back. So
good to be painting again, huh? I didn't paint for quite a while, other than for CW Live, the class, but we didn't have that the last couple weeks, so it felt good to paint last night.
I want to start doing that now, because you start your new one this next week, right?
Yeah, we're starting a new painting next week, yeah, but not a new session.
Yeah. So I got two on. So hi, Teresa Kogut's on here again.
Oh, hi, Teresa.
So if you're on, say hi to us, please. Type in the comments. You might have to, what do you got to do? Allow them?
That's only if you're in a group. Like if it's a Facebook group. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, to leave comments.
No, she shouldn't have to do that on our pages. She should be fine.
Oh, so they don't have to.
They shouldn't have to do anything, yeah. Comment away. It takes so long to pull all these pages up because I've got the two YouTubes and the Facebook.
I got
to read all the comments.
I forgot to bring up my thing, but I got my phone, so. Anyways, I'm doing another daisy painting. A girl that I did one for before wants one for her sister, and I had surgery on my hand and that, so I'm able to paint now. Had carpal tunnel surgery.
And I thought I told everybody you had surgery on your shoulder. That's what I thought. I don't know.
You know what? I don't have to do that now.
That's awesome. That's really good news.
Is, thank God.
Right. Because that's a tough one. You were, I can't imagine.
No, and I didn't want it because I would have been, like really without use of my arm.
Right.
For a while.
No independence at all.
So, no, they did another MRI or whatever, and it went good. He says it's healed really good, unless I have problems with it down the road to wait, but it looks really good. So
that's good. But are you going to be doing like any physical therapy? Because you said you had like limited motion, didn't you?
I do. It gets better. I need to. I mean, I got JT here to.
Yeah, right. You have one in house.
So.
I gotta get some paper towel. Be right back.
I'm trying to see. So say hi if you're on.
Hi, Cheryl.
I'm trying to.
So happy you're back home. Me too. It was fun. We had a blast, but it's one of those things, sleeping in your own bed with your own pillow. We had a couple hotels, and depending on where you're staying, like if you stay close to Yellowstone, we had this hotel, it was okay, but it was really, really outdated. And by the time you paid for taxes and everything, it was like almost $400. And basically we got there late. We went to bed. We got up. Yeah, and we got up and we left we're up at 5 a.m. because we wanted to see the sunrise over the Teton Mountains. So we were basically there to sleep for $400, and it wasn't even like really that nice. But it was in Jackson Hole. It was right outside of Yellowstone, so that's what happens. You have to pay through the nose. But then we had some hotels that had like these one had these little pillows. They were at least rectangle, but they were like way smaller than a regular size pillow. Then the next night, Kevin called them chicklet pillows. They were square, like you would have, like you'd put a pillow cover on it and throw it on your couch for decor. They were like square like that, like maybe 14 by 14 square. I'm like, what is happening? Are we not going to get pillows maybe next time or tomorrow? Because they kept getting smaller and smaller. And anyways, it was kind of funny. We were cracking up. But, when you have the comforts of home, it's just, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to show what I'm painting today. I'm working on my bear calendar because I've only gotten 3 out of the 12 painted. And I thought, might as well work on the Halloween one since Halloween's coming up. So 2 little bears dancing. Just getting started.
When is that due?
Oh, they would have loved all of them last week or the week before.
That's what I thought it was.
Usually I have it all done in the summer, but my summers aren't what they used to be. And anyways, I talked to them before I left for vacation, and they said, well, just get as many as you can get done when you get back. And then, if I'm short a few and they really have to be done with it, we can use some from prior calendars, because I've been doing this since 1999. So I have a million, bear paintings. Plus I actually have paintings that were never in the bear calendar, but maybe I painted them for a card or for a fabric line or something. So I can take those and make those into calendar pages. So I'll probably have to do that.
How many do you got done?
Only 3.
Oh.
But I don't want to use too many from prior calendars, because some people have collected them every single year and they're not going to want to look at the same art as, before. So I'm going to do as many as I can in the next couple weeks. All right, so I told this story last night in class. So if anyone's here that was in class last night, it's redundant, but I haven't told Kristen. And she's going to get a kick out of this, and everyone else will too, because we're crazy. So we are driving, Sunday, or I think it was Sunday, we left Utah, drove to Yellowstone, and we did as much as we could there that day. And then we drove all the way south through Yellowstone to stay in Jackson Hole. And, you're going through around mountains and curves and all this, and it was gorgeous. I mean, there's this river that's running along, and there's mountains and hills, and it was beautiful scenery. But, there's no rest areas. There's no place to stop to go potty. Well, we had like 50 miles to go, and I'm like, I can't make it. There's no way. So Kristen, is my inspiration for not worrying about where you have to go to the bathroom. I mean, if you have to go, right?
Yeah.
So we pulled over. It was like a little pull off that people would go to like take pictures or something, but there was nobody there. There wasn't a lot of traffic because it was getting kind of late in the day. And so we pull off, and it's nobody can see. I had both the truck doors open on the passenger side. The driver's side was facing the road, and no one could see. And anyways, so, and it was also freezing cold. I had on capri pants and sandals, and it was freezing. Matter of fact, that day when we were in Yellowstone, it snowed. So up, like when we were in the higher elevations, it was snowing. Yeah. So I went and got some jeans in socks and tennis shoes out of the back of the truck. You know, open the tailgate, got our luggage, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, change in the car, blah, blah, blah. We get back on the road. We're going. 50 miles later, we get off our exit to go out to dinner. And this guy pulls up next to us and he's pointing at our truck and he's laughing and laughing and laughing.
Oh, no.
What is he trying to tell us? So we pulled in this parking lot, and I didn't shut the tailgate, y'all. And our luggage, we didn't lose anything, which is an absolute miracle. It's a complete miracle. Both our suitcases, we had bought this cute bag for dirty clothes that was out, had slid out. And then our toiletries, which had our, you know, medicine and our vitamins and just everything you need to do your hair and makeup and all that all of it was out on the tailgate, but none of it fell off. And I said in class last night, I said, God must be so tired of looking out for us. He's probably banging his head against the wall like these people.
I thought you were going to say you had toilet paper stuck to it or something.
Now that would have been funny too. A nice little trail of toilet paper. But God. Yeah, it was crazy. We were very lucky. I can't believe it. We laugh about it so much now, funny. But at the time, we just were like, oh, I think we just probably turned pale. I mean, if we would have lost everything, can you imagine? We would have had to spend half of a day buying clothes and, you know, in your makeup and stuff. Like I get stuff that you can't buy at the store.
Yeah,
anywhere.
Exactly.
Ugh, it's terrible. We got lucky.
That's so funny.
So now I'm so paranoid every time we stop or, you know, at a hotel and we get packed up and we're leaving. You can look in the rear view mirror and there's like this little hump on the tailgate that if it's not shut, you won't see that. So now we check that every time because we aren't going to get lucky like that again. Let's put it that way. My Facebook is not coming.
You have a cover over your thing too?
Yeah, it's one of those roll tops.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love that thing. One morning, I know what it was. It was the morning we left Jackson Hole. Our tailgate and that slider cover was frozen shut. That's how cold it was. Isn't that crazy? So he got some hot water and poured on it, and then it warmed up. It got to the 60s during the day, so it was fine. But that morning, we went to a store in Yellowstone, and I didn't have any warm socks. I had little footies, and then I had sandals or just flip-flops. So I bought some warm socks, and I bought mittens.
Mittens?
My hands were freezing.
It'd be nice. It is so hot here still, and I can't even. And the guy called me the other day. He's like, do you want to shut your pool here soon? I'm like, no, it's too hot. Not that we're swimming in it right now, because we're not. But it'll get all
funky.
Yeah, it's too warm to cover it.
That's what I would think.
Still in the 80s during the day.
Well, it was 70 in the 70s Monday, and then yesterday was only like 66, but it was perfect. You didn't have to have a coat on, but you could wear, you know, leggings or jeans or whatever. It was very comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's supposed to get today.
I don't know, but I'm ready for it to cool down.
I bet.
I still love summer, which I do like summer, but yeah.
It gets so hot though, yeah. Yeah, Cheryl said, ouch, $400 to sleep in a hotel that's not 4- and 5-star rated. Exactly. My favorite place to stay is like a Hilton Garden Inn. And we stayed in one of those, and it was not by a park or anything, and it was like 135, and it's so nice. But you do what you got to do when you're traveling.
Yeah. It's expensive. So, yeah, your pictures looked fake. How beautiful. Ralph. I'm like, can we get a new truck and get an RV? And because I love to camp.
That's funny that you said that, because I was talking to Kevin. I said, because we want to go back out. We want to go see the Grand Canyon eventually too. I'd love to go to Arizona and all this. And so I said, it'd be nice to get a camper and, travel that way. And he's like, but you could go out west several times, and what you spend on hotels is not going to cover the cost of a camper. I goes, I know, but you have your own pillow. Huh?
That is what Ralph said.
Ah, those guys. They're so practical.
My bubble. He said they're a lot of upkeep.
Yeah. But and it's still, you still have to, hopefully you can get into a park, because a hotel, you can call several of them, because there was a lot of them, I would call and they were full, and I just had to call 4 or 5, 6 hotels, where campgrounds aren't as plentiful. And so if you don't make travel plans way ahead of time, you aren't going to be able to camp just anywhere. But I said, it's the thing of having home cooked meals. You can have a campfire at night. You can lay in your own bed and your own pillow, and you know what I mean. I like that part of it, but he is right. Damn it, he's right.
I know it. That's what Ralph said. He's like, I rather just take your Explorer out there and stay in. And Ralph's a hotel person. But I said, okay, you bursted my bubble, but I like bonfires and
right. Yeah, I do too. We plan on getting one eventually anyways, just even to camp in Michigan and stuff. He was looking at one, but it was a little bit small, because I said, the grandkids are too little right now to take. But I said, eventually I'd like to take them camping. They got to experience that. So we're kind of holding out for something a little bit bigger, but we don't want one as big as what we had before. I don't remember how many feet it was, but it had, like 2 slide outs. It was huge, and I loved it. But mostly just Kevin and I. So
you need to bring your moms and Jerry's.
Oh Lord, no! We'd have to get a 5th wheel truck. Pull his 3rd.
Yeah, so that blue bursted my bubble.
Well, if we get one, maybe sometime when you come up, we could go camping. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes. I haven't been since I was young.
Like, how old do you think? High school?
No, probably before that. Because I don't remember going on any vacations with my parents. And my mom and dad didn't. No, definitely not high school. No, yeah.
High school camping was, I remember going with friends and staying in tents, like up in.
Oh, no, I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah, in Tawas and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not a tent girl. I'm not crazy about that.
No, I'm not a tent girl either. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. Yes, I've done that with that was before Kevin with Scott.
Okay. Look at my part. Look at my hair when I look down. My part is like,
Oh, Wait, where did you go?
You don't see me? Yeah, we can see you. Is it because your phone rang, maybe?
Yeah. But I don't.
Red Line Handicraft. Hi. Or Handcraft. Hello, welcome. I didn't see that post. How come I'm not seeing all those on my
How do I do this? I don't know where we're at.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we are.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know. Huh.
Okay.
So I'm seeing comments. Oh, she's probably on. No, she's on YouTube. I got both my YouTube channels pulled up, but I don't have.
I only have a couple comments. The last one I have is the $400 one. That
Okay.
Do you have more than that?
No. No, that's all I have. Okay. I figured it out. I didn't scroll down enough for the Red Line Handcraft. Okay. It's hard for you guys to even see what the heck I'm painting because it's until I get more color on it. I can show you what we worked on in class last night. I got to finish the words at the bottom, but it's going to say, give ye thanks. It's going to have brown background. Oops. So it's just like 3 pumpkins with some autumn leaves.
It's pretty though.
Thank you. I'm going to hang it in the downstairs bathroom because I've got a long, narrow painting in that same kind of, size in there right now. And I can just pop that down, put that one up for Thanksgiving.
So, what is your next one?
My next, I gotta see. It's either gonna be. It's called Sheepies, and it's a bunch of sheep in a row. Like there's gonna be there'll be like a white sheep and a yellow, more of a kind of cream color, and then I'm gonna have a gray sheep and a black sheep and one that's a little, kind of having different colors. And it's really cute. And then the other one is like more folk art. It's got like 2 horses. And it says, we are never defeated unless we give up on God. And it's got a heart, an Americana heart in the center. And it's got these horses kind of coming up. More of a Pennsylvania Dutch style. So it's going to be one of those 2. I think, because I let them vote on it last night. And a lot of them were saying, let's do the sheep next. So I think it's going to be that one. That'll be a fun one. You did the other sheep, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are fun because you can do all that texture on their wool.
Yeah, I think they're blasting.
You think they're what?
They are blasting.
What is that?
Dynamite blasting rock by our house. Our whole house
really?
shook. Yeah, and I need to get up with Ralph because they're supposed to let us know that. Oh, you wouldn't believe what the building going on around us, all the way around us.
Really?
And cleared out. They knocked the house down next door. Well, the 2 lots over because it's a lot next. Yeah, and put the road in there. And
oh, so they're building a subdivision there?
yes, all the way around our land.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, your road's going to get really busy, isn't it?
Yeah. And then down at sort of the end of the road, on one of the roads that come in here.
Yeah.
They are building a bunch of apartments. It's crazy, the building going on it, but it's scary.
Well, it's always been I mean, Ralph's always had a good business, so knowing that people are always building there, but now it's kind of coming into your area.
Yeah, I mean, we got things around us, but all our land. I don't know. We'll see. We got, he just, there ain't nothing for sale around, like where we could go if we did sell.
Oh, really?
That's not ridiculous. So, no, nowhere we like. Here we feel like we're out far, but we're not.
Right. You still have access to everything.
Yeah.
Well, evidently everyone else thinks that too. That's why there's so much building going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which ultimately will make it feel like you're not out so far,
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess you'll just have to move to Michigan.
I think Ralph would do that.
Ralph would not. He's got all his family there. Gabby and JT are getting settled. Yeah. You aren't leaving either.
No.
I know, it's so funny because we would see these houses in like overlooking the mountains, and the sunrise is coming up, and they'd have this huge porch around their house. And excuse my cussing, but Kevin and I would go, "Oh, those poor bastards." But it's like, oh my gosh, I can't, would you ever take it for granted? You know what I mean? Because it's so incredibly beautiful. It is nothing like I've ever seen in my entire life.
But where do they get? Isn't it sort of in the boons though?
Well, I mean, the Grand Tetons, there's Jackson Hole's kind of touristy and stuff, or no, that wasn't. Where was the place we stayed that was kind of really touristy? Oh, I can't remember now. Jackson Hole wasn't bad at all, actually. They had we ate at this restaurant that was amazing. And actually our waitress, she grew up there, and like they go biking and four-wheeling up in the mountains, and they know all the trails and all that stuff. What was she with so many people that are like retired or independently wealthy younger people are starting to move there, and she called it something. The locals call it I don't remember now, but they have a name that they call the area now to kind of give you an idea of what it's like out there now. I don't know how to explain it, but just tons of people move in there that don't have to work. So that's why they have like nicer restaurants and stuff. With the food we had at this restaurant was incredible. And you just wouldn't think, I didn't expect to have that there. But yeah.
So you were out there in the midst of all that Gabby Petito.
Yes, it was on my mind so much. I tried not to think about it. And the way I even found, because we were traveling, I wasn't watching the news. We were busy, but I happened to get on Facebook, and one of my friend's daughters posted something about it, and she said, if you're not following the story, you need to. So of course I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this happened out here like 3 weeks ago. We were like all in the same.
Well, I think they found her when you guys were out there, weren't they?
What's that?
They found her like when you were out there.
I can't remember exactly how it went, but yeah, it was like we were just kind of in the midst of all that. And it's so horrifying to me. I just don't even. that whole story is just horrifying.
It's sad.
And then while we were out there, Vicky's on. Hi, Vicky. Our Vicky.
Hey, Vicky. Hi.
An artist designer friend, her husband passed away while we were out there. Oh my gosh. Younger than us. I don't remember what his age was, but anyways, he had COVID, and I knew that part. I'm trying to think when he went in the hospital. Oh, I know. It was the end of August for Needlework Expo. She's in the Needlework Expo too, and this message came up and said that she wouldn't be there available for live chats because she had a family emergency. And so I emailed her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope everything's okay. I'm, prayers and blah, blah, blah. And then the next message I saw was that he had passed. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, I got the goosebumps. I can't even imagine what she's going through. I feel so bad for her.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, so both those things happened while we were gone, and my mind was, I was really trying to be aware, but not let it consume me, type of thing. You know how that kind of stuff can consume you sometimes?
Yeah.
So what you doing today, Vicky?
So is she baby? Do you babysit? Are you babysitting?
I can't wait to babysit tomorrow. I miss them kiddos so much.
Boy, I'm waiting for a baby.
You're going to be such an awesome
So are they moving towards you guys? I see she got a job in Davison.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to Vicky. Yeah, they are. She's at the VG's in Davison. She got a job at the pharmacy, and it's like 2 blocks from where Eric's barbershop is. So they're moving. They're going to be renting a house in the Burton area, which is next door to Eric's papa or grandpa, and then I think across the street is where his mom and his stepdad live.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Sammy, which is Bree's mom, is going to live with them.
Oh, that's good.
So they because they didn't want to put the kids back in daycare, and so Bree's mom's been watching them while they work, other than Thursdays when we have them. So.
Oh. So instead, because they had a nanny, right?
Yeah, that turned out to be not such a good thing. But.
Oh, really? She wasn't a good person?
I mean, it's not like she did anything to the kids or anything. And I'll tell you sometime, not on here though. Just misunderstandings and things just kind of went south. So anyway, Bree's mom. So that's nice too. To know that family is watching your kids is way more comforting than anything else, for sure.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if Vicky was taking a breather watching y'all while Theo sleeps. So you are watching Theo. Now, are you going to continue watching them? Or, see, Gabby thinks, I said, you're not working. Well, I mean, I can't wait to watch them, but I can't do it every day. There's no way.
You'll be exhausted. It's
Well,
exhausting.
yeah, I don't think I would like it every day.
To be honest, the reason I wouldn't, I mean, I'm working, so I can't, but I want them to be like super excited to come to our house. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I like my freedom. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
I know we haven't seen them in a couple of weeks, so we're like, well, it could go one of two ways. They could be like, oh, we're so excited to go to Papa and Gigi's, or they can be like, because I think Easton will be stoked to come over, but Ellery's the one that she's not a morning person at all, like total crab in the morning, and especially if she has to be woke up instead of just getting up on her own. Well, Bree used to go in at 11 out in Clio. Well, she's going to be going in at 9 now, so she'll have the kids here by 8:30 at the latest. The last time she brought them that early, yeah, it took a long time for little princess to wake up and be pleasant. You know what I mean? She's so all girl. Oh my gosh.
Funny when she is moody.
Oh wow.
She's a little turkey butt.
She is a complete turkey butt. So
Good
funny.
daycare. Yeah. How do you find a good daycare? Is any of them good enough for our grandbabies?
I know, right?
Is any of them really good enough?
Yeah, right. Vicky part-time's perfect because it is exhausting. I mean, that's why you have kids when you're young, because it is when they leave on Thursdays, I'm just whoa. I go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do it full time. I mean, I've told her that, so which the way Gabby is, Gabby's not going to want to go back to work anyways.
It will be so hard for her, yeah. I mean it's hard for any mom for sure.
She does it 3 days a week, works 3 days. That would be, I'll be surprised if she does that.
You'll be surprised if she does what? Part-time?
Yeah. If she does more than 3 days, I would be surprised.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that would actually work out good for you too, because you'd have, some days off there.
Well, I'm going to have days off anyways because I can't.
Yeah, true.
I just think I'd go nuts. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't.
The good ones are booked out for a year or more. Holy cow. Hi, Lee. Welcome. We were very lucky because when our kids were little, Holy Rosary still had their daycare, and we knew, like, you knew everybody there. You knew the parents of the kids, not all of them, obviously not all of them, but I don't know. It was our church. It was, school, daycare was like all just very comfortable feeling. And yeah, that's hard. It's really hard to have to do that, but
yeah. I'll be right back. I need to find my other. Oh, here it is.
So Vic, what you're saying is that if the good ones are booked out for a year or more, you're going to be watching them for a year or more, you think?
Hi, Lee.
We're being so nosy, Vicky. Sorry.
We can be nosy.
We haven't talked in so long. We got to get caught
When's the
up.
last time you talked to her? For when I was there for Lauren's wedding? Okay, y'all need to get together.
Well, see, when my mom and Jerry were here, they were our focus. I didn't see anybody pretty much that whole time, other than when you came and we went to Lauren's wedding. You know, I mean, they were my focus and trying to get ready for Needlework Expo and the two, you know, teaching and all that stuff. I worked ridiculous hours as much as I could anyway, and then every night, you know, spent with my mom and Jerry. So summers for me, I'm kind of tied down.
Especially this summer, you were.
Yeah, this summer was insane. But I learned my lesson. Oh, I gotta turn the air on. I must be having a hot flash. And then it was funny too, because our schedules, there was at one point we were talking about, I don't know, I texted Jill about something. I don't remember. We were talking. She's like, we got to get together. And it's like, yeah. And then there were no dates that would work. Like everyone's got so much going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get everyone's schedules aligned is crazy, but fall and winter's much easier to do stuff.
And the market's on this year, right?
So far, so good. Vicky. That's funny.
What'd she say?
She said, I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Bribery may be an option soon. I love it. Lee's riding with her husband just picked up a swing set for our grandbaby Ruby. Oh, how fun. I love that name, Ruby. How old's your grandbaby? Did you see the pictures that Bree posted from the apple orchard?
I don't know.
They're really cute pictures, but this kid is, for his age, he is so strong. And he just looks like a bruiser in this picture. It's so stinking cute. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. 18 months, and thank you. Aw, you're welcome. It's so fun to be a grandparent, that's for sure. So I was really jonesing one day because Bree normally sends me snaps throughout the week. She didn't send any while we were gone. So towards the end of our trip, I'm like, I'm really jonesing, or we're jonesing and missing you guys. Can you send some snaps? So they were at the apple orchard when I messaged her that, and she was doing a Snapchat, and I don't know if Ellery just woke up or something, maybe from the car ride, but she looked like she was half asleep. She's like, Papa and Grandma Gigi want you to say hi to him. Say hi, and she's like, hi, and yeah, and Bree goes, she says, tell him where you're at. Where are we at? She goes, instead of saying apple orchard, she goes, we're at the apple porch.
Apple porch.
that so cute?
That is cute.
Oh god, they're so funny.
Bribery. Gabby goes. Ralph goes the other day though. Oh, is Gabby gonna have us a little girl? I hope. I hope so. And he's like, so I told Gabby, and she's like, yeah, I can see me. She goes, I can't have one now. She said, we got to get some money and whatever, unless you want to pay for it. Forget it. I already know we would pay for it. And she goes, I'll be telling you I'm pregnant, and the next day you'll be like, oh, I ordered all the baby's bedroom furniture.
Right? She has 10 dresses and
But I don't know about that, but
yeah, it takes shopping to a whole new level for you, Kristen.
right. They're wanting to move out.
Oh yeah, they kind of looking around for a place.
Well, they wait until next year, and 'cause the building right now, the housing's so expensive. Because of the wood, and
Right.
there's nothing available. Period. Anyways, I don't know what they're gonna do. But, well, fine. Ralph don't understand why they don't stay here because they're young and they want their own place.
Right.
They feel like they're on their own.
Right.
And he goes, well, they are on their own.
He's so funny. Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
How we doing today?
I'm alive. How are you doing?
Yep.
I can't see you.
Nope.
Nope.
Designed that way. Well, we can see you from the waist down.
All the good bits.
Wow. Lean down. Get your face in there and say hi. Oh, he's not even here anymore. I'm talking to him like he's here. It's loud here right now. The air's on and then the printer's going, so hopefully you can still hear me.
Yeah, you can.
I guess I'll show you what I've done so far.
Aww. He's cute. How did your classes go?
It was good. So
How was
Thursday,
it me and Colleen and everybody?
yeah, I got to meet Colleen and her cousin Teresa. We met with another floss tube couple, mother-daughter team.
I seen that.
It was so fun. It was like floss tube came to life.
That's who you have me listen to all the time.
Yes, they're so funny. And you know, when you watch their videos, they are exactly the same way in real life, like exactly the same way. So I just like Deb has the energy of 10 people. I love it. Um, so yeah, that was a highlight, a real highlight of the whole trip because I just love meeting people that you kind of like. I feel like I know them. I know they talk about their lives, and I've been following them for 2 years. I watched her, I watched Kef be pregnant with Lincoln, and she had the baby, and he's in all the floss tubes now. You know what I mean? It's very cool. So it was fun to meet them, and I got to see Colleen a lot more after Deb and Kev left, and then Colleen was in my cross stitch class too. Yeah. So Thursday we got there like an hour and a half
You took
before.
the cross stitch class.
Yeah. Well, thank God, only 3 people in the cross stitch class had never cross stitched, because the majority. How many was in there? Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it was 10 or 11 people in the class, and only 3 had to be shown how to cross stitch. And I was like, I've never taught cross stitch. I'm just learning it myself. So I knew that I would have to go person to person to show them through my magnifier so they could see, how to do it, because how else are you going to show them? So it took me, it was a 3-hour class. It took me 2 hours to just I did a talk at first, and then we went over a bunch of cross stitching terms and talked about that for a while. And then I went, and showed the people that didn't know how to stitch. I showed them how to stitch. And then I wanted to spend time with each person as well. And I mean, it took me the entire time, really. I think we did get out a little bit early. People started filing out. But if nobody knew how to cross stitch, I don't know how I would have taught that many people one-on-one how to do it. Anyways, lesson learned. Big time. And it was so nice because a lot of the people that knew how to cross stitch would answer questions for the people that were learning while I was helping someone else. You know what I mean? And it really worked out nice. So but a lot of the people that knew how to cross stitch wanted to take the class because they wanted to just hang out with other stitchers and cross stitch and just have that time and that kind of thing. So it was funny because one of the ladies that took my cross stitch class, she's actually a cross stitch designer as well. And her husband goes, "Why are you taking a cross stitch class?" And she goes, "Because I want to meet Teresa Koga and I want to hang out with her." Her husband's like, "Okay."
Wasn't that funny?
It was a blast. It was a total and complete blast. And then I got to meet all the ladies that I work with at Riley Blake. I've never met them in person. So I got to meet Cindy Cloward is the owner. Got to meet her and we did a little interview. And I got to meet the other 2 ladies that I've been working with. So that was awesome. And then, so my watercolor class was actually in the morning, Saturday morning. And it was raining. So my hair looked horrible for the rest of the day. But we were in a tent outside and it was chilly. Nobody complained. We had a great time. We had a lot of fun. But yeah, it was a little bit.
How did that go with the quilts though?
Okay, so yeah, they had all those quilts hanging, and what they did is they take down the quilts that people sent in to be on display, and then they put them back out when the rain cleared up. But there was still a ton of quilts hanging around, and we were talking about that in the watercolor class. I said, I don't know, I can't even imagine sending my quilt out here, and then if it rained, your quilt gets rained on. What if you use some thread that bled or something like that? But anyways, I was talking to the owner of Riley Blake Designs, Cindy, and she said that they only take down the quilts that people send in. All the quilts that were hanging up in the rain were quilts that they made at Riley Blake, so they didn't worry about their own stuff.
Oh, they left them hanging in the rain.
They did, yeah. But they probably know that they're making them for that, and they make sure they use things, or maybe they wash them first to make sure that they'll withstand the wet. But oh, it was so beautiful, Kristen. The gardens were absolutely incredibly beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I just want to set up a little tent in one of these flower beds and live here. And Kevin goes, "Yeah, you're gonna tent it." I goes, "Well, you know what I mean." So just a figure of speech.
Utah is a beautiful state, anyways.
Oh, it was very nice. We didn't really get to do as much in Utah as we wanted because we really wanted to, spend 2 days in Yellowstone, which it takes 2 to 3 days. We could have probably spent, well, actually, we saw everything we really wanted to see in Yellowstone except for one thing. The prismatic, what was it? Prismatic geyser basin or something like that. But that morning, that was freezing cold and we stopped and got gloves and warm socks. Um, those hot springs put off all that steam. And in the summer, it's not as bad, but when it's cold out, you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you. It was just steam everywhere. And I'm like, and you had to walk really far up this trail. And it's like, people were walking back, and Kevin's like, can you see anything up there? And they're like, not really. So we're like, well, this is stupid. So that was the only thing we didn't get to see. That was like number one thing to see was that prismatic, whatever, geyser basin or whatever. So, in the 2 days we didn't, let any grass grow under our feet. We were traveling and we were checking stuff out. So on our way out, oh my gosh, this is so funny. So on our way out of Yellowstone, there's like a northeast entrance and exit. That's where we came in. Then you can get out in the south part of it. That's where we went out to stay in Jackson Hole. And then when we left, we wanted to go out the northeast. Did I say northeast earlier? I don't know. We came in the northwest entrance. We left out of the northeast entrance and exit because that's the direction we wanted to go, towards Michigan. Well, on our way, I saw this on the map that they give you. You could take this, I think it's Bear Claw Path or something like that, but it's like a little off-road trail. And I thought, oh, I bet that'd be pretty, and it wouldn't be as busy with people. And so we took that. And the road was really kind of treacherous. And it was only one way. You could only take it going east. And because it was just it's like a trail, basically. But it was really rough. And Kevin's like, I can't believe people drive cars out here because we had our truck, And so we stopped and, I think I took some pictures, and then we kept going, and all of a sudden we see this line of cars, and we're like, oh no. Well, the bison, there was a herd of bison, and when they stand in the road, they just stand there chewing their cud. It's not like they try to get out of your way or anything. So I think we were stuck there probably, I don't know, it wasn't that long, maybe a half hour tops. And then they cleared, and a bunch of cars went. Well, the car in front of us, one of them walked right in front of her, and she's like, no. You could hear her windows are down. She's like, no. So we were stuck for a little bit longer at that point too, but it was actually kind of cool because we were right in the middle of the herd that way, and I've got some amazing video and some amazing pictures of these bison that were just, my fear was though that they would like ram your vehicle or something.
Yeah.
But no, they're just slow moving. That's all. So I really enjoyed that part. I didn't see as much wildlife as I wanted. We saw a ton of, I call them buffalo, but I guess they're actually bison. We saw some elk, not as many elk as I wanted to see. I really was hoping to see a bear, but that didn't happen either. And then, get this. So then Kevin said, well, I don't know, going out this way, we might be better off actually going all the way back to the southwest entrance, because this road going out looks, real windy and all that. And in our Google was trying to take us back out the southwest entrance. Well, anyways, we ignore Google, and we go out that way, and we're like, oh, this isn't so bad, it was kind of nice. Oh boy, though, it got bad. We were going hairpin turns, cliffs, like down in a canyon. If you go off that, you'll never be seen again, type of stuff. And poor Kevin, just white knuckling it. And I was to the point where I was videotaping out the window, but I couldn't look out the window. Like I'll watch the videotape of it, but I couldn't look because it was freaking me out so bad. Like, this
And you only could go one way.
not on that part. No, that part there was oncoming traffic.
Oh.
Yeah. And that went on for, I would say, 45 minutes or more of just these hairpin turns and going up these mountains. And, oh, it was very, I didn't like it very much. So, but we made it. And now we know, you don't know things until you try them. So now we know, don't go out that exit. And we always made sure before we went in the park that we had a full tank of gas. Like anytime we got to a half a tank, we would stop and fill up just because you never know. There's areas where you go miles and miles and miles and there's nothing around.
Yeah, I remember going out there when I was young. We took a big trip out west.
Yeah.
We seen Old Faithful, and we went to Colorado, and we seen the Dakotas. We seen.
Oh yeah. Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. I got so sick.
You got sick?
Yeah, from the water. I ended up in the hospital. They had to drive home from South Dakota all the way, or North, one of the two.
Yeah, South Dakota.
Straight home.
You got sick like
From the water, intestinal flu.
Oh no.
And I was like probably 9, 10 years old.
Oh
So.
jeez. Was it like from a drinking fountain or something?
No, I don't know, Therese.
Yeah, you were so young. But think about it. Back then, there weren't water bottles. I mean, we had Smart Water, with us. We'd always make sure we had a bunch of the big ones and kept them in a cooler. You were what?
That's true. We didn't have, like you said, bottled water.
Right.
So, yeah. And we had a motor home. So I think they would fill up at the parks.
Right, that makes sense. Who all went?
Me, my mom and dad, Julie, and Mary Jo.
Okay. Can you at that age it's kind of one of those things where you can remember stuff but maybe not everything. Did you remember being in awe of the
Yeah, I do. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I remember what blew my mind mostly is because it was in the summer and it was hot down at the bottom of the mountains, like in Colorado and that. And then, you'd go to the top of the mountain and it was snowing, but we were like shorts and.
Yeah, that's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going that really cold day. It was later in the day, and we wanted to go see this one geyser basin, but we were going up, 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 and that's when it was snowing really bad, and the roads were starting to get kind of bad, and we're like, maybe we'll do this tomorrow. It's not worth it,
Yeah, and I don't remember. I know we went to Yellowstone Park, but I don't remember it.
Has Ralph ever been out there?
No.
Oh, God, that'd be such a neat trip for you
And
guys.
that's my favorite thing to do. He loves to drive around and sight. And yeah, you know, even when we go out to Vegas, we always rent a car. But the last time we went, we went driving around some places, but it's ugly in Vegas and around there.
Is it? I've never been.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
just
like the
desert?
mountains aren't even, yeah, it's so black and brown. And, you know, like we flew over the Grand Canyon and that, which that's pretty, but it's not pretty like out west, the mountains
Yeah.
at
You
all.
don't have the snow. You don't have the snow-capped mountains.
Well, and you don't
purple.
have green. There's no green.
Yeah.
Everything's dead. It looks like everything's dead.
It's just brown stone, right? I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diane said, yeah, it's ugly in Vegas, and it is, you know, even when you go over into Arizona from there, but it's not very pretty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's nothing like, you know, and like I told him, I've been to Utah because Tara lived out there, and it's just beautiful. Anywhere you drive was beautiful.
Yeah.
What I loved there too is you would sit there and you'd be driving to the store and you'd look up, and on the mountains there's goats, mountain goats all over the edges of the mountains and stuff.
I wanted to see those. I never saw not a one. I was so bummed about
Really?
that.
Yeah, there was always tons of them, and they would be like on the edge of a mountain, like you think, how did they get there?
Right? I know. I wanted so bad to see that. What part of Utah was Tara in?
Or right near Salt Lake.
Oh, okay. So that's the same area.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like she was in Orange. She's probably like, I think 30, 40 minutes from Salt Lake. And like we went out to where's that place where all the rich people go skiing and do a film festival or something there?
Oh, I think we stopped and got gas right by there. They had like an Olympic ski launch or something.
Thank you, Carrie. Yes.
I can't think of what the name of it is though. Sky something?
No.
Oh, I don't know. I might not even be the same place you're talking about. I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, we went there for the day. That was nice. That was fun. Stores were we had fun because they were like, probably like stores. I've never been to California, so I don't know what's on Broadway or in Beverly Hills. Those type of stores, but I would think they were those type of stores.
Expansive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, that's looking good, Kristen. I love that.
I gotta let it drown. It's just layered right now. I got a ways to go, but I gotta let it dry. I just put a bunch of layers on it of colors. You can see it better up close.
It looks awesome. Oh yeah. I love that taupey color background you got. That looks so pretty. Makes it pop.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm gonna get going so I can go get ready to go get the boys.
Yeah, I gotta get going too. Oh, this was fun though. I'm so glad we did this.
It was fun. We'll do it next week too.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks everybody for joining us. We enjoyed visiting and getting caught up with you guys. Yes. We'll be back next week with our, I don't know what I'll be painting next week. Probably still more calendar images, but who knows? You'll probably have your flower done before then, won't you?
Yeah, I need to get it shipped out to her.
Yeah. All righty. All right. Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks again.
I love